I forgot to take the fucking loop off. Sorry. Well, I'm holding it in my hand right now. That sounded wrong, but it's right here. Well, we'll get to it in a second. 610, what's going on? Okay. So, this came in the mail a little bit earlier than expected. Cran, what's going on? So I figured I would open it live. I do a live unboxing opening. And it's a figure that I've wanted for a while. I sold a couple figures recently, and so that went towards this, and it also went towards a couple of figures I got on sale yesterday from Big Bad, but I haven't shipped those yet because I'm not ready to what's it called? Cran's on lunch. Oh, Alpha Red, what's going on? You're on the lunch break. That's okay. It's okay. It's not that special of a stream, so it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we're gonna open up the Rebel Tech Uraka from My Hero, because I kept talking about this figure, and I actually got here pretty fast. I think I ordered this Friday. I think it was Friday is when I ordered it, and I think it shipped Monday, so I got it pretty quick. Hit you up after the stream. All right, I got you, Shane. Just got an update that Monkey Wrench Breaker and Slice and Dice delivered today. Ooh, and the Cobra Snake has shipped. Nice. Good you, 610. How many more subscribers do you need until you tear apart that Rattler that you're wanting to desperately rip apart? Hopefully we get you there soon, so then everyone can enjoy you tearing apart this figure. All right, so we're keep forgetting these new Revoltech boxes have the flaps on the side. All right, let's take a look. See, ooh, look at the presentation of the packaging. Let me just show you that. Look at the professionalism. Look at that. Tissue paper wrapped around the figure to avoid paint rubbing. Very nice. All right, so you got all of her faces, her hair pieces, the rocks that connect to her little things for her gauntlets, her hands, right? Her little stand. So, all right, so we're opening it up. I think this is the, oh, and then we got instructions too. So this is Revoltech number 3, because Deadpool was the first, at least for this year. This isn't like my third Revoltech, but Deadpool was the first, Harley was the second, and then Uraraka here is a third. Also, if you noticed, I moved stuff around, so now I have. See, all my shelves are different on the side. I did that this morning. I was like, I need to change something. I need to switch something up. So the other bookshelf, I'm gonna figure out what to put on there. So it'll be a new home for some figures. All right. Let's see. There's a lot of cringling and all that stuff. Is how good are the Revoltech SP as a whole? It's in like a little. Look at that. It's in like a little baggie. So I will be quite honest with you, 610. Revoltechs, they're not for everybody, but as someone who likes to do photography and someone who likes to fidget a lot because I have ADHD, I fidget a lot. I like having Revoltech figures because you're able to get them in more posing options and stuff like that. But I mean, it really just depends. I feel like they're the more like superior versions of the characters, depending on the characters that they do. But there's also the price. Some people are turned off by the price, but sometimes you can get good deals on some of the figures. Does she have a rotation here? Yeah. I think that rotates. I think so. I think this is. I think that rotates. Ooh, I'm gonna have to hit her with some. I'm gonna have to heat up these feet after the stream, but this is what she looks like. She's a little tiny, but she is a tiny character in the show. But she looks so cool. Looks accurate to the show. I haven't gotten Deku yet, but I'll either grab him next week or I'll grab him next check because I found him on eBay. Because I was gonna get the reissue, but then I did some research and there's quite a bit of differences between that and the original. Like they changed the hair color so it's more of a brighter green, which his hair isn't that green. So I'm gonna just go and get the original because I had it. But yeah, so let's get our little hand tray out, which I actually like these newer hand trays, which they're like these clear ones. I like these a little bit more than the previous ones. And if I remember correctly, they were a little bit thinner. They looked more like the Figma little hand racks, but now they got their own little thing going on. So but I've really been enjoying the Revoltech figures a lot, getting back into them. Hear like the ASMR here. You're about to see a little bit of posing, but with some of the Revoltech figures though, if you miss the jump on some of the releases, then you're kind of screwed because oh shit, did I pick up two different hands? Is it? No. Okay. So let's see. So it looks like there's a couple of different cuts in the head sculpt there. So I'm guessing one is to remove the hairpiece. So, oh, then I wonder what the other one is. Hmm. All right. Well, put one of her aggressive face plates on. But I went with this one over the figure arts one because there was no way in hell I was about to pay $100 for the figure arts, even though it looks good. But like I said on Monday, there's a difference between the two. Did they make? Um, I had the Bakugo, but the issue I had with him is that where his where his grenade gauntlets are, whenever you went to go plug them into the arm, they would always pop out, so they had a loose connection. And the reason why Revoltech did that was so then if you had the Revoltech Deku, you could switch the arm piece out and put the grenade gauntlet on to replicate like that one scene from one of the episodes. But they figure arts did do the Bakugo. I think Ninja reviewed it, but I don't know what the quality is on that. So, but I would wait and see because they might do. I think they did it in his like stealth suit from one of the movies. So we'll see. Um, he's my daughter's favorite. Bought her the SH figure arts. They did the anime hero ones. I think Jazzwares did it. Those ones aren't too bad. For what they are, and usually they go on clearance. I remember. I think all those went on clearance for like less than $10 at Walmart. They were showing up at Ross because Shane got a couple of them, uh, and he didn't know. He didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know what the hell it was. He didn't know what it was from. Uh, but all right, let me. Her joints are nice and tight though, which is good, but also you're hearing like figure ASMR right now. So yeah, there you go. It's like a little floating pose. Um, not that she needed too much articulation because her powers don't really. It's not like I don't know any of the other characters that really need a lot of articulation. She doesn't necessarily need that much because um her whole thing is her whole power is like gravity. Whenever she touches something, it floats. So she doesn't need like that much articulation, but I do really like the fact that has she has like really accurate she's really accurate anime faces. So like here's her like she's running. But yeah, like the quality of the face plates is really, really nice. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a review on her. I think, which I don't know. That might come out in the year like 2035, the way things are going. Um, but she's cool. She's cool. I like her. Um, like I said, her faceplates are really good. Uh, she has all her little tubes and stuff like that. Uh, or what the hell are they called? Like her wires for her gauntlets, so she can grab on the stuff. But I'm not gonna pull everything out. Got to give you a little preview. I have the Bandai Bakugo for $20. Oh, and like a Ukraine out here with the deals. So yeah, I got her for I think 40 or $41 from Plaza Japan. The only thing that killed me was the shipping. Because I paid the whole thing, the whole king caboodle to get to not get hit with surprise charges whenever it got delivered. So that kind of sucked, but it's fine. But yeah, I really like the Rebel Tech. I really like the Rebel Tech figures. I I really like their Uraka. I think as of right now, though, maybe if I got Deku, but I think the Rebel Tech Harley, if I can grab her, she's like sitting up here. The the Rebel Tech Harley, I think, is the best. It's still my favorite, just because I've gotten her in so many poses, and the fact that she like her engineering allows her to like crisscross her legs, and I can have her sitting on like a oh you can't see it. There you go. Can you see her? Sitting on like a little crate there. Or sitting on any kind of flat surface is really cool. But let me show you the my bad, just looked it up. It was a total anime by Jazzers. I got her. Yeah, the that total anime line, it's not bad. It's just Jazzers has uh this very bad habit of starting lines and putting in characters but not putting in like kind of the mainstream characters, and then they see that the line doesn't sell well and then they just can it. Like right now there's a whole, I don't know if anyone's seen it, if you have social media, um but there was this whole thing going around that uh Jazzwares was canning the AEW line, that they were losing the license. So um apparently they have next year to release figures, and then 2027 and beyond is like a mystery. So not not great, because that was one of their like heavy hitter lines. Um which I mean, it sucks that, you know, it's going like that, but you know, they're bad distribution, bad QC issues on figures, um, massive delays and inconsistencies with releases. You know, I was collecting the Halo stuff when they were doing the 3/4 inch stuff, and that line was off to a really hot start, and then there were waves of figures that weren't showing up in stores, or if they did, they showed up months and months after they originally came out. And so, you know, it's like Not that didn't go well, and I don't know if they still even have that license. Um, the Fortnite was one of their heavy hitter lines before they had the AEW license. Fortnite was a heavy hitter, and they lost their license, essentially. Yeah, which sucks that they lost that Fortnite license because those figures are really good. I found a couple of the waves of figures before they lost the license. There were a couple that didn't make it to the US. I know they made it outside the US because what was his name on Instagram? Preternia.com. He had gotten a couple of those waves of figures that never got released. And it sucks because as they got towards the end of the line is when the figures started to get good and started looking like actual mini versions of what you see in the game. Um, and then Hasbro just dropped the ball so hard on the Fortnite license. Like every time I get on Fortnite and I play with Angelo and them, um, every time we see a skin or something like that, um, like they've done some very, very good Marvel Fortnite skins in the game. And every time we see them, we're like, man, what could have been? You know, they already had the Marvel license. I'm sure they could have negotiated something to where we could have gotten Fortnite versions of the Marvel characters. And then, you know, they didn't, they didn't do too well. I think they overpriced the figures for what they were. Um, and then they just ended up at Ollie's, and that's where I bought mine. Um, Not saying that they're awful figures, because even though they showed up at Ollie's, they're not awful figures. I still love them. I still love my Fortnite figures. They're still cool. Um, it's just another case of what could have been. But let me show you what I bought yesterday from Big Bad Toy Store here. So these were on sale for I think 24. They were 24.50 when I got them. These Plunderlings. This is a line I've been wanting to get into. I just waited for the figures to go on sale. So I got this guy who is Captain Blackjack. Yeah, Captain Blackjack. And he's one of the bigger Plunderlings figures. These are like $70 figures, and they had them for 24.50. And so he comes with two extra head sculpts, extra set of hands, um, a hat to put on his head. These little small hands, these smaller hands are for the little Plunderings. This coat that goes over him, and this giant cannon. I don't know if he has. Oh no, I think they sold the effects. Yeah, the hatchlings. So the hatchlings are they're these little smaller ones like these. Little smaller ones. I kind of like them. They're little small little things. I got this one though. I got two of the big Plunderlings. Which I got him and I got Nomad. Jesus, their website is very sensitive. And then I got this guy, Poncho Nomad, because I thought he was cool. I always thought he had a really cool design because he's kind of like a cowboy and he's got these two giant flintlock kind of pistols. He's got extra hands. These extra hands for the smaller Plunderlings. He's got the bandolier belt. He's got the poncho that goes over him, the hat. And these are 6.5 inches. It says 6.5, but they looked taller because I looked at a couple of reviews before I bought them, and they look taller than 6.5 inches. They look more. They're like more McFarlane height, I would say. Um, and then these are the other two that they have. He was also, I think, 2450. Uh, this guy Berserker Mango, which if he goes back on sale, I might have to buy him because I like his little luchador mask. But he comes with a giant axe, the cool like kind of demolition, uh, upper armor here. So, and then this guy I'll have to grab eventually. It's because I thought he was cool. He had the kind of like hermit crab uh hands, and then he has extra hands, but I thought he was cool. And then another one which I don't mind paying full price for uh at some point. I think I'll grab him before I ship my pile of loot. Um is this guy, because he has a cannon for a hand and he has a fishing pole. Oh no, he doesn't have the. Oh, maybe that was for one of the accessory packs, but he has a cannon for a hand, and all these little accessories like the hats and stuff like that. They attach with magnets, so there's magnets inside the head sculpts, and you can interchange all these little pieces between the plunderlings. So like all of them, the small ones, the kind of medium sized ones, which are these, the plunder longs, but they're a little bit taller than them. And then there's those bigger ones. Um, but I got that Zombone, and I got, where is he? Uh, this Nomad Goyle I got off of eBay for a little bit cheaper than what it would have been on Big Bad Toy Store. I see this one, he has the little hood and the cloak, and he's got a little frog and the swords, some little extra hands, and these are little smaller guys. But I think they're cool, they're cool little pocket figs. You're walking around in the park or something, and you find a little tree, or you find a patch of leaves or something like that, or a little creek or something. You could put them in there. You take a picture of them. And then something I saw, I guess they had a booth at Toy Fair and I didn't notice it. That they did anyone did any coverage, or that they were even there at Toy Fair this year. But I noticed that they had some new um stuff to show. And I'm going to pull that up right now. Let's see. So these are what they showed at Toy Fair. Give me 1 second. So these are what they showed at Toy Fair. These are the new wave, I guess, of their line, which are all birds, which is kind of cool. And all of their wings, I don't know if you can see that, but their wings are on ball joints. So you can change the length of the wings. You can take these little shorter pieces and put them on the back to make them look like their wings are tucked in. But they look like that. They have different head sculpts, different sizes for the beaks. You can change out the beaks too. The beaks are interchangeable. You got this guy, the seagull, which I like. I like this one, the seagull. And then they're also doing frogs too. So you have like here's an example of one of them that it's gonna look like, and he's got the four arms. So they'll look like this. So you got these ones, and they got the little masks that they could put on. Um, so I think they said they were launching the Kickstarter this year, but maybe it'll be next year. But I'm definitely gonna back these because I think these are cool, and I regret not getting into this line a little bit earlier. Um, just because they're cool little figures that you put in the background, and you could fit them in with your swords and sorcery figures. But I think that's really cool that they got little birds for their new little figures. But yeah, I kind of like them. I like that they're little small little things, and now that you know I gotta kind of pick and choose the import figures now. Well, at least until next year. We'll see what the shipping situation will be. Um, and there's not really that many lines that are out right now that I'm too particularly interested in. Um, I think I might jump into this line, like really dive feet first into this line. Now, granted, um, some of them though, I am not going to be able to get because like this one where they're the little the little minotaur. Um, I missed out on those. This big guy here, I missed out on. Um, oh well, it says Entertainment Earth, so maybe they got them on there. I like this one with the little mohawk. I kind of like the way that one looks. But they're really cool. They're cool little things. They're different. And eventually I want this guy too. With the little 8 ball helmet. It's like a cannonball, but he shaped it into a helmet, and he's got the little goggles. So, but these things funded really, really well when they first came out, because I think this line started during the pandemic, and people really, really got popular. Um, or the line got really, really popular during the pandemic, and people just really jumped on this line and really jumped into it. I also like that if you're an inbox collector, the little package has ears that you can slide into the sides of the boxes, so you can just display them like that, which is really cool. They're cool little things. Now I kind of want to see. Let me see if Entertainment Earth has. Let me see if maybe they have it. Let's see. I think at least the two little small ones, should be here by Monday. So at least they'll have something to show with these. So we'll get to experience this as a group. Let's see. Do they have any? Oh, they do have the exclusive, but they don't. All the other ones they don't have. Interesting. So they had them. Or they had some of them. Yeah, so they do have. They at least have the this guy, the bigger version of the fawns. So, hmm, interesting. Good lord, no, I don't want 10% access. Jeez, they're really trying to get me to order something off Entertainment Earth. I tell you. What the hell does he come with though? Is his accessory? I can't tell what the hell that is. Is it a piece of wood? Oh, it's bongos. He comes with bongos. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Comes with bongos. Comes with a sword. Yeah, these are kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of like those. I like them. They look. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. Didn't mean to do that to you. Yeah, this guy looks really, really cool in terms of the design. I think it's cool. Now I'm even more excited to get a couple of these in hand and see what the quality is. But I do think that's cool though. The little, the little birds are kind of cool. I don't know if I'm gonna track down all of them, but uh, we'll we'll see. Yeah. Oh shit! Is this the one that I was looking at? Oh no, I don't think it's this one. No, it wasn't that one. I was looking at I think it's Captain Teal, I think was his name. Oh no, I think it was that one below those. I want that one too with the little witch hat. Yeah, and let me show this while I'm going through here. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, this one here with the little witch hat. This really cool. Some of them they're very pricey, I noticed. Um so yeah, I guess if you missed the boat on some of these, you're kinda fucked. Oh, they got this guy for $22. That's cheaper than what he was on Big Bad Toy Store. Hmm. Yeah, I might have to look around, or I don't know. The people of in this community, maybe someone can point me in a direction on where the hell to get some of these. Because I'm sure this company does toy shows, I imagine. Because I saw one of these was a Toy Con New Jersey. They were at Toy Fair. Um, so I'm sure that they do some type of shows, but yeah, this might be one that I think I'm gonna dive into. I might have to dive into this one because I really like these little figures. Yeah, I think they're cool. I think they're cool little figures to kind of mess around with and stuff like that. But anyway, I believe everyone probably went back to work. So sorry for interrupting your work days. Uh, for this unscheduled stream. Wow, I almost said scream. We don't need to scream on here, but thank you so much for everyone that stopped in. 610. Thank you so much. Grand was in here. Alpha Red was in here. Shane was in here. So yeah, stay tuned at some point for a review of her. I'll probably wait until I get the Revoltech Deku, and then I'll probably, that way she's not the only one that I have that I could do pictures with for the review. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for this, brief brief-ish brief-ish stream, and I'll see all of you on Monday.